Here's the dirty secret. Nobody tells you about large language models. They forget everything. The second the response ends, gone. Your name, your project, the bug you spent 40 minutes explaining, wiped clean. So, how does ChatGPT seem to remember you? How does Cursor know your code base? How does an autonomous agent stop repeating the same mistake? One word, memory. And in this video, I'm breaking down the 4 types of memory that turn a forgetful LLM into a real thinking, learning AI agent. Okay, first, why does any of this even matter? Plain LLM are stateless. That's a fact. Load one up locally, tell it your name, ask it again 2 messages later, and it has no idea who you are. The reason ChatGPT and Claude feel like they remember is because they are not just an LLM. They are LLMs augmented with extra modules. And the most important one is memory. Without memory, a personal assistant agent can't remember past conversations. Without memory, a coding agent can't understand your whole code base. Without memory, an autonomous agent forgets it already, tried something, and just does it again and again and again. Memory is what lets an agent learn from experience. Memory is what lets it stop repeating mistakes. Memory is the difference between a chatbot and an actual agent. Think of memory as the foundation layer of every serious agent system. Tools sit on top, reasoning sits on top, multi-agent collaboration sits on top. But strip the memory out and the whole stack collapses. Okay, so memory matters, but what kind of memory are we even talking about? That's where it gets interesting. Researchers borrowed the framework from human cognitive science. Specifically, a paper called Cognitive Architectures for Language Agents describes 4 kinds of external memory you'll find in an agent. 1 short term, 3 long term. Here they are. Number 1, working memory, the scratchpad. Working memory is short term, limited capacity. It holds the stuff you need right now to make a decision or finish a thought. For an LLM, working memory is basically the chat history. The messages you've exchanged this session fed back into the model on every single call. So it has context. That's why long conversations get expensive. The entire scratchpad has to be sent in every single time. Your memory is the prompt itself. And when the conversation ends, the scratchpad gets cleared. Number 2, episodic memory, the diary. Episodic memory is about specific events you lived through. Your last birthday party, the trip you took in 2019, the bug you fixed last Tuesday. For an agent, episodic memory stores the actions it has already taken and what happened when it did. The agent tried calling that API, it got a 429, it logged that. Next time it sees the same situation, it knows I tried this, it failed, try something else. That's how agents stop being goldfish. That is how they learn. Number 3, semantic memory, the encyclopedia. Semantic memory is knowledge about the world. The capital of France is Paris. Water boils at 100 degrees. The NPM package called leftpad exists. For an agent, semantic memory usually means querying an external knowledge base, Wikipedia, your documentation, your code base. And that is literally what retrieval augmented generation or RAG is doing under the hood. The agent doesn't need to know every file in your repo. It just needs to know how to look it up when it matters. Number 4, procedural memory, muscle memory. Procedural memory is how to do things. Riding a bike, touch typing, writing Python. For an agent, procedural memory lives in 2 places. First, inside the model's parameters, the patterns baked in during training. This is called parametric memory. Second, inside the system prompt, The persistent instructions the agent reads on every call. You are a senior engineer, always write tests, never push to main. That system prompt, that's the agent's muscle memory. Its style, its identity. It persists across calls without anyone reteaching it. Okay, quick recap. Working memory is the scratchpad, short term, chat history, episodic is the diary. What I did and how it went, semantic is the encyclopedia. What I know or where to look it up. Procedural is muscle memory, how I do things. Baked into parameters or the system prompt, one agent, four memory systems, all running at the same time. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. LLMs already have memory before you add anything. Ask GPT-4 the capital of France, boom, Paris. That answer wasn't retrieved, it wasn't in a database. It is literally encoded in the weights of the model. That is parametric memory. And in theory, you can write new facts into the parameters with supervised fine tuning. But here's the catch, fine tuned memory is not stable. You don't get to choose what survives and what gets garbled. Some facts stick, some facts get reconstructed wrong, some get overwritten entirely, which is exactly why most production agents don't bet on fine tuning. They use external memory, databases, vector stores, scratchpads, where what goes in is what comes out. One last thing worth being honest about, these four types, they're a mental model, a taxonomy. In real systems, they don't always live in separate, neatly labeled databases. Sometimes it's one giant pile of context that the agent dips into. Sometimes it's split across a vector DB, a key value store, a SQL table, a markdown file, and a system prompt. Implementation is application specific. What you remember and how you remember it is one of the most important design decisions in your entire agent. Get it right? Your agent feels alive. It learns, it adapts. Get it wrong? You built a stateless chatbot with a fancy wrapper. So next time someone tells you they built an AI agent, ask them one question. What's its memory architecture? If they pause, they built a chatbot. If they can answer working, episodic, semantic, procedural, they build the real thing. If this broke it down for you, smash that like, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments which memory type is the hardest to get right in production. My vote, episodic. Tell me yours. I'm out. Catch you in the next one.